My name is Jagannath. I'm Professor of Medicine at Mount Sinai School of Medicine, and I'm Director of Multiple Myeloma Program. Multiple myeloma is a type of blood cancer that involves the immune cell called plasma cell. And because these cancer cells grow inside the bone marrow, many a time people think it as of a bone marrow cancer.
Dr. Sundar Jagannath's interest in multiple myeloma dates back to the 1980s, when patients faced limited treatment options and little hope for survival beyond a few years.
Once I moved to New York, I've been predominantly interested in finding a cure for multiple myeloma and working with new drugs for the treatment of this cancer.
Today, nearly 60,000 people in the U.S. are living with multiple myeloma. The disease claims approximately 11,000 lives each year.
The current standard of care for multiple myeloma has dramatically improved over the past 10 years because of the approval of 3 new drugs for the treatment of multiple myeloma.
Which is good news for patients living with this type of blood cancer. Patients like Dina Olsen. In January 2002, Dina was diagnosed with multiple myeloma stage 3. She was 32 years old.
And we saw, I think, 8 different doctors at 6 different hospitals in 3 different states and came to Dr. Jagannath. I started on old-fashioned traditional chemos for, a 96-hour pump. You lose your hair, you lose your stomach, all those other things. Those didn't work. I got on a clinical trial that worked a little bit.
She went through the stem cell transplantation with her own stem cells. And then after that, because of the high risk posed and the fact that she was very young, we even gave her a voluntary matched unrelated donor transplantation. And we thought that hopefully we have put the cancer to rest.
I've been in a near complete remission, and then in the last couple months, my numbers have started to creep up again.
Dina is now on 2 medications and sees Dr. Jagannath, Dr. Jag as she calls him, every month. While working to bring Dina's numbers back under control, Dr. Jagannath is also leading the way to build projects at Mount Sinai that bridge basic science and clinical practices for the benefit of advancing care in blood cancer for patients everywhere. As director for the Multiple Myeloma Program, Dr. Jagannath is working to develop the Multiple Myeloma and Stem Cell Transplant Program into a translational and clinical research center in multiple myeloma.
It is very gratifying to note that the currently available drugs and some of the drugs actually in clinical research are actually very promising and really mean a lot to these patients in terms of control of the cancer, improving their life expectancy and their quality of life. The strength of Mount Sinai is when we bring these drugs, we also have the opportunity to see how efficiently use it at the bedside by going to the bench and trying to understand the drug and its effectiveness.
For Dina, the effects have been life-changing. 8 years after her diagnosis, she became a mom to twin girls Dahlia and Sonia.
When I was first diagnosed at 32, no one thought I would see 40. And the year I turned 40, I also had my girls. And it's just a different life than anyone expected I'd be able to have.
While we cannot say we're going to cure the cancer necessarily today, but the fact that if the patient is going to live for the next 7 to 10 years, during that time phase, we'll have several more drugs approved, and we may be able to say the cancer will be cured in their lifetime.
To learn more about the work being done in the fight against multiple myeloma, visit mountsinai.org.